Hey guys, welcome to our first podcast here, Mr. Mark. First of all, thank you for taking some of your time off the day to listen to our podcast and listen to some of our shenanigans we got going on here. Second, though, I would like to apologize up ahead due to the Houston weather here in the last couple of days. While we were trying to upload some of the videos, some of the files somehow got corrupted. So the conversation between me and Mr. Mark kind of got chopped up, is a better word of saying. So some of the parts are missing, but I do hope you guys enjoy the parts that are there. That we did talk about some really cool, interesting things, such as first of all, it was really nothing but rotaries, and then just some of those little life stories that he has here and there. Um, thank you again for taking some of your time, and hope you enjoy this podcast. Hopefully, we have more to come. Thank you. Welcome to our first podcast. Welcome, Mr. Mark, being our first guest ever. Basically start off, what do you own?
So I have a 1993 Nissan Skyline R32, 60th anniversary in white. There it is. Production number was 606, but over the years, 1993, it's definitely a lot less than that.
God damn. What I really want to know, and I really want to know, it's about the Rotary.
Yes.
Because we got to make the Rotary great again.
Yeah.
And you and some other dude have been the only people that are like, I'm doing the Rotary swap. So you got to tell us about that Rotary and the big ass turbo that's like a third of the size of the engine.
Yeah. So I have a 1990 Miata. I bought it from I think the lady was like 67. She's like, oh, I got surgery on my foot. I can't drive a stick anymore. I gotta get rid of it. Chassis was super clean except for like one little rust spot in the trunk. I was like, all right, how much you want for it? And she was like, I got it at $3 grand. I was like, no, 25. She's like, I'll do 27.
For like a complete Miata.
Yeah, like this thing was running driving. I think it had like 90,000 miles on it or something. Yeah.
Dude, I've seen like engines go for that much money.
Yeah, it was wicked funny. And she's like, oh, take care of it. I want to see it in a couple of years. And I was like, okay. Because at that point, I had already decided I wanted to do a Rotary in a Miata. And I went there. I kind of felt bad as I was driving away. I was like, this lady has no idea what it's about to happen to this car.
Do you still contact with her?
No, I gotta avoid that because she's like, what did you do to my car? Oh my god. Because that thing is gonna be ridiculous when it's finished.
Yeah.
So it's getting a turbo 213B with a converted FD RX-7 intake with a Precision 6766 turbo. The motor has been pinned and street ported.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah.
That's actually nice.
Yeah, so it'll have a nice little noise to it,
Yeah.
Nothing too aggressive.
That's really nice.
But distinctive. But goal horsepower is about 450 at the wheels because I didn't get it balanced. I didn't want to go any higher than that. I didn't want to be tempted to go higher than that because I need to get the feel for the car first at that. Because Miata, anything higher than 250, you're gonna get terrified every time you drive it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And the reason you're doing this is?
So I can go drifting. Yep. So I'll be doing grassroots drifting at first, and then I hope to get into Pro-Am probably after about a year. See how it goes.
I know you told me already that you went to the FD in Dallas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how did that? Did you get the kind of excitement? Is this your first time doing drift events, or is this already oh, you kind of already got this?
So that was actually my first official drift event. First time I had seen drifting in person was at SEMA in 2015.
Oh, great.
Didn't know they were doing it. I didn't even know about SEMA Ignited, the after party. I just thought we were going for SEMA. He's like, oh dude, after party, let's go. And I was like, okay. Oh, this is great. And then it was also when they were debuting the GT350 and the RS.
Uh-huh.
So they were drifting both of those in addition to like actual professional cars. Like,
I didn't know that about you, about SEMA until like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like I just thought it was just a car show, like, you know, have the best looking cars and
Yeah.
crazy builds, and then I see a YouTube video and there's people drifting, there's people like doing them burnouts.
oh yeah.
And I was kind of like, is this like, and then they were saying that that's the outside show, only
Yeah.
the cool people can get inside.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd rather be out here looking at these dudes like drift.
Yeah, so that's a legit thing. We did not have passes because it was when I was in the Army. It was like we had a 4-day weekend coming up, and it was the weekend of SEMA. And me and my buddy, it was like Wednesday, and our 4-day started. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday were our days off, and it was like Wednesday, and we were like, yo, we need to go to SEMA this weekend. And
It's a plug, you just decided over the week.
yeah, like we were like, dude, we have to go for Friday. We have to go for Friday, and we were like still debating it Friday morning. And there's a lot of paperwork you have to do if you're going outside a certain radius from the base. And like, so Thursday morning we're like, okay, we're going. So we've like knocked out all this paperwork, right? And we didn't get out of work until like 7 p.m. on Thursday. And we literally like hopped in my buddy's Mustang and just drove from El Paso, Texas to Vegas overnight.
Oh shit, I thought you were like stationed somewhere near like Vegas or like somewhere in California, but
No, we were in El Paso. We like drove all the way to Vegas, and we like through the night. Like it was just me and my buddy switching off, and then our other buddy, he's an idiot.
I'm too military people, man, y'all crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. And we got there, and we were like, yo, we are so tired right now. But we stayed at the Palms, but they wouldn't let us check in until like 10, and we had gotten there at like it was like 8 or 9. So we went to Denny's, right? And then it was like, by the time we finished at Denny's, it was like 10 o'clock. We were like, yo, why are we even gonna go to our hotel right now? Let's go to SEMA. What are we doing? And they were like, oh man, I don't know, I'm really tired. I'm like, shut up. I'm like, don't be a bum, let's go. We came here for the cars. So we go to SEMA, we're walking around, and we're like, yo, let's try and get inside. So we go up to the door, and I had my hand on the door handle, and they're like, yo, I don't see passes. And I was like, man. I was like, they got us. They're like, you need passes to go
It's
inside.
been like military escort or something crazy.
Yeah, they were like, you could try and go get passes. You guys are military, go get passes. And I was like, well, where are the passes? And they're like, oh, it's like 3 buildings down. And it was like 3 buildings was like really far down the road.
Like 3 miles.
Yeah, it was far. I was like, I think we're just gonna walk around outside because like the outside area was still huge. Like it was.
They do have a lot of cars outside.
Oh yeah.
Like crazy. I know, like that dude that plays Hans for Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Sun King.
He had his car that.
The Fuguzi.
Yeah, that
I was
had the
there for that.
students. The students like built it for like helped build or something like
Yeah.
that, and that's actually pretty cool. And that was outside.
Yeah, I was there for that actually. I was standing by the car when he started it up, and I had like a little fangirl moment. I was like, because like it sounded so good and it was gorgeous.
The thing that gets me the most is like how he decided to be like, I'm gonna get students to do this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get no professional, nothing like that. You know, like he got just random, not random, like you know, like going to school and
Yeah.
stuff for it. But like, dude, that's a legit thing that
Yeah.
any guy or any girl would like to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I was like, well, okay. Like that's kind of what also was like, wait, he did that? I was like,
Yeah.
I wonder if I could do something like this and then
Right.
get involved somehow. But
Yeah.
that was just kind of like too much dreaming.
Yeah.
So
I mean like, so like I'm going to Samtec right now, and
Ford,
actually tuning.
big money.
Hopefully,
Big money.
That's what I'm praying, you know.
Like on my BRZ, $600 to tune it to get 5 horsepower extra.
I mean, 5 horsepower is 5 horsepower. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I mean, for a low engine, low power car, that's more. But like,
Yeah. I mean, it's a light chassis, so you'll feel it.
I don't know. It's like I think I looked into doing like different mods,
Mhm.
and I have this voucher from all-wheel drive tuning that I got from the Gilman Subaru. What's it called? X. They call it. It's a
The autocross?
no. The Big Event X. They called it the Big Event, but that was at number 10. So they called it Big Event X.
Gotcha.
I got it from there. The problem is that they're in Dallas, and I was like, whatever, I'll drive to Dallas just to have a little road trip or something.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to people, looking at forums, and I think I can only get up to 225 horsepower. Right now it's making like, the joke is I made 198 on the 85, but it was a Mustang dyno. So it has a little more potential, but still is whatever. I cannot go over 205 or something like that, 210, unless I do some serious modification to the engine, which will be like $4,000 to $5,000 just to get 20 horsepower more. You'll have to, at that point, you might as well just do like forced induction.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard the Edelbrock kit, the supercharger, is like really good.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, turbo, and I'm like, well, I've heard really good reviews about the Edelbrock. Yeah. And that's what I want. I wanted the Edelbrock at first, and then I started looking into a Pro Charger, which, you know, he was supposed to come from Ronaldo. He's like a Pro Charger dude. Like, I know, looked at what they do and exactly what they were. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what, for the kind of higher end torque I need at the bottom, that's what I really want to, you know, because I want to do autocross. Yeah. Or like just tracking in the cruises we go to, which, you know, you should come one day. Oh, beat the hell out of the R32, but, you know, come out on like those kind of roads. I need that low end torque just to be able to blast off, but I need that high end horsepower, and that's what I like about the Pro Charger. So. Yeah, they have a really, really nice torque curve. That's the whistle. Yeah. The whistle is just. Oh, yeah. You'll definitely hear it. It's something completely different from anything else. Yeah, and like it, you know, being in a BRC, people are like, what? What's that? That's what I really want to like freak out people. A lot of people are like, oh, the BRZ is shit slow. I was like, I know it's slow, like, but goddamn, like, give me some time. Like, and the thing with the BRZ is like, it's balanced and like, it doesn't weigh much, so it's a really good car for what it is. Mm-hmm. Like, expensive. Oh, it's definitely expensive. But if you get like a older one, like if you're like, oh yeah, like if you're going into it like, oh, I'm gonna lock this, like, I'm gonna track it, I'm gonna do stuff with it. Like getting an older one is like definitely a good investment. Yeah, because I think now like my year and model are like 12 to 15,000, which is still kind of expensive for a car like that. You might as well just get like I always said, get a C6 for 16,000. Yeah. Like a Z06 for 20,000. You know, and you're kind of like. Those Corvettes are really good at tracking too. Oh yeah. So it's like, why would I spend $12,000 and an additional $10,000 to get to the level of a Corvette that I could just spend another $4,000? Yeah. But it's like, just to balance these things, and you know, I got to the point where I would like to do a rotary inside that BRZ and do an all-wheel drive. That would be wild. Yeah. That'd be pretty sick. Yeah. You ever watched the dude Rob Dan or whatever? Oh, sounds familiar. He's doing that 4-rotor FD. Oh man, that sounds super familiar. Yeah, I mean, dude, if you're gonna get like, I mean, I would assume you might have known him being that your car's a rotary. Yeah, he's got a black one, right? He had a black. So he's the guy that got caught at the LS Fest with the rotary slot Corvette. So yeah, he's doing like an all-wheel drive system. His like builds are. I just started looking at him like a month ago. Yeah. Just because some dude named Josh, he told me about him. Just look at what he's doing. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, all-wheel drive. It's a longer frame, like FD. They modified it a bit, you know, just to fit a full rotor engine. Yeah. His build is crazy. Oh yeah. It's super crazy. And it's like, if you were to ever get into like technical stuff for rotaries, like I would recommend looking at that dude. Oh yeah. So the guy that's building my rotary back home in Rhode Island, he's like the guy to go to in New England. Like if you want to make rotary power, you go to him. Like, what's his name? His name is Steve. That's SMG Racing. And like, so his shop is in his backyard. What? Yeah. Like it's in his backyard. Like he has like a little warehouse in the back, or just... Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I thought he just kind of like, I just got an engine in the backyard. No, it's like you have his house, and then there's like his regular garage, and like you pull around, and there's like a big, like, not big, but like it's a warehouse. House. Yeah, and it's like it'll fit like 8 or 9 cars in there, but like half of it is filled with like parts. And like, yeah, and then he's got he has one lift in there right now. He's getting another one soon. But like every time I went over there, there's at least 2 RX-7s outside, at least 4 inside,
and there was usually a Supra there.
Why Supras? Because
So he likes Supras. He likes them a lot. He makes it a point to have one or be working on one. Like every time I've gone over there,
Supra.
there's a mention of a Supra that's either incoming or outgoing, or like he's helping someone with something.
That's crazy. Being like I'm not gonna say fanboy, you know, I'm not saying that, but like really liking a Supra, yet you're like people that come to you are rotary engines.
Yeah, well he's an animal with rotaries. He's going for I think horsepower record for stock twins. I think he's gonna be trying to build it for that.
So is that?
I don't know. He didn't tell me.
You're gonna make a lot of power. That's what I want.
He's like, I'm just gonna make as much power as I can, and if I can hit the record, I'm good.
I was so skeptical about the rotary at first because then so I had a friend that had an RX-8 and at the time the VRZ this is when I barely got the car.
Yeah.
The VRZ was like stock.
Yeah.
He was able to beat me, and I'm like, damn, those rotaries are fast. Modified it, stage 2, 85, whatever, all that cool stuff.
Yeah.
It still makes 198 horsepower.
Yeah.
But I was able to somewhat beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Beat him sometimes, and then he'll beat me on other gears, just depends.
Yeah.
And I was like, rotors are slow. Like they're really slow. Like this is all they can get.
Yeah.
Yet again, like people are like, dude, but that's the RX-8. You need to look at the 13Bs.
Yeah.
So
the FC Mark 7 was a great engine. It was awesome. The Turbo 2, badass. The FD, also badass. But what was happening was people were doing modifications and not getting it tuned or not tuning it correctly, and they were blowing up.
you told me about it last time, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And then, so people started talking about how rotaries were unreliable. And then the RX-8 came out, and the Renaissance, like that whole engine, all the engines that they did for the RX-8 were garbage. Like they were horrible. Like Mazda took quality control and launched it. They were like, this is gone. And they just sent it right out the window.
But they were looking for like efficiency, right? Like I think I read an article that
Yeah, so like they were aiming for like decent engine that was like okay to drive, but like they were also in the process of phasing the rotary out.
so they just didn't care.
Yeah, they were just like, this is a dying breed, it's gonna go. So they're just like whatever.
There is that rumor that the RX-9 is coming out, or they're planning to make it.
Yeah, so they're looking at a hybrid setup. So it'll be like, I don't know if they said it was rotaries feeding
The electric?
the electric motor, or like if it was gonna be a sort of weird rotary that wasn't even like gas. I don't know, it was like, yeah,
Shit, they do a rotary playing E85.
they mentioned a rotary with the car, and then like the rumor mill just started firing things off. So there's like so much like thoughts out there on what it could be, but there isn't really much on what they're thinking of doing.
There's just speculation from the fans.
Yeah, that was like the big thing with that, was like this massive amount of speculation.
That would be pretty cool, because I know how like the R35 came out, and it's like people were like, oh shit, the Godzilla's back, you know, and then here comes out the Supra now.
Yep.
Which is, people are hating it's a BMW, but like, if you look at the actual history of it,
Yeah.
the Toyota 2JZ was actually not even the Toyota engine, I think, either. It was some other kind of engine. They had a really big part of it, but I think the design of it came from a different brand or something.
Yeah, I think the 2J was a joint collaborative,
Yeah.
but like Toyota was the only one that used it.
Oh yeah. That's like is the biggest thing. But like, the Supra came out, and then also the NSX that people don't even talk about anymore.
Yeah.
It's just sad. It's a pretty cool car.
Oh yeah, it's a gorgeous car. It was just like it was really underpowered for like what people were paying,
Yeah.
and like they were like, fuck this.
Alright, back to what we're saying. The dude specifically told me, I don't have it, but I'll have it by Monday. And this is the thing is, it was 4th of July weekend. And I was like, fuck, I really wanted to drive it during 4th of July. I had 3 days off just to break it in.
Yeah.
Nah, I was like, oh, whatever. Brought her in Monday. The dude told me, he's like, yeah, I drove it Friday night. I drove it from someplace with her. Basically, it had 80 miles in, 88 miles in it. He's like, yeah, I was hauling ass to get here. My mind, I was like, okay, I don't know much about cars yet, but and I know you're not supposed to be doing that
Yeah.
when you're barely in the car. And I was like, I have a broken car now, you know, and like it took me a couple months to be like, okay, is this a good engine, not a good engine? Once I started taking it out to the roads and just like beating the shit out of it, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
it's a good engine. So luckily, nothing happened to that car. I don't know, some big people do that. They just like haul ass,
Oh yeah.
test them out. I feel like there should be one car they can test out, and then all the rest just leave them alone, and you know, not. Oh yeah, let's go test out the car, and you know, 50 miles in it, and breaking through shit, and then you sell it to the guy. And I was like, I would want that.
Yeah. I mean, there's a. So when the shipment comes in, and they pull them off the trucks, they have to inspect every vehicle. They have to drive it a little bit, and then it has to go through like the wash and crew, and they have to do like all this paperwork.
I know they fix little details in it too, right?
Yeah, it feels like little things here and there. Actually, there was one time we got a car in from factory with a bum engine.
What does it mean?
The engine was bad.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
How do you know that? It just started up and
No compression.
what do you do there?
Just replace the engine. But
Does the dealer lose money there, or?
no, so that's if it comes in like that, if it comes in broken, factory pays for it.
Okay.
Yep. So what they do is when the truck gets to the dealership, they usually have someone go out to the truck, inspect the vehicles while they're on the truck, and then the guy will pull them off the truck, bring them into the lot. They get inspected by a tech, and the tech will go through, check everything, and make sure everything works. Like there's a rigorous like checklist that they have to go through.
No wonder it takes forever to unload those trucks.
Oh yeah. But I mean, it pays good for the techs. Like it's definitely good pay. Like buddy of mine, he was the Mazda. He was like the specific Mazda tech at the dealership that I worked at, because there's a Ford Mazda place. And like he would bang out like 6, 7, 8 inspections in a day. Get paid good money for it.
How good? 100K?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no,
100K.
No, like good money for like a day's work.
Oh,
you
okay,
know.
okay.
But
It's like I went to go apply to Westside Lexus and get a job.
Mhm.
You know, whatever.
yeah,
I had a friend that works there, and he was like telling me, he's like, dude, it's like whatever. It just come and go. You get the job or you don't get the job. It just depends on how people feel, right?
yeah,
He's like, you got to be like the guy who's doing the tech work for the LFA. Like if you have something like that, you for sure get the job.
yeah.
And I was like, wait, how many LFAs has that guy touched? He's like, one. I was like at the shop? He's like, no. Where he goes to go train. Or like where they, train him and all that kind of stuff. I was like, you
Yeah.
telling me this dude's getting paid so much money just because he's trained to do an LFA, but it's a possibility that he'll never have an LFA in that shop ever, just because of the
Yeah,
numbers, I think I've only seen one person. That was the Cars and Coffee.
yeah.
And that dude was from like out of state. So
Yeah, so Nissan's the same way. Like, when it comes to like their, oh god, Donut Media call them the Halo car.
I don't know.
It's like their build the hype car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was a specific car. Well, I know something.
Yeah, but like I guess that's what the LFA was. It was a hype car, and when they first came out, you couldn't even buy them straight out. You had to lease them. Like it was like a lease.
I think I did. I saw that video, and I think it was something like that.
Yeah, and
It took forever, man.
yeah,
I think that's what killed them.
yeah,
Because apparently they had really good features, but it
yeah.
took forever.
They sounded amazing. They looked great, but the things that killed them was between that sales issue, and they were underpowered for the price. Like they were like supercar money, but you weren't getting supercar power.
Mhm.
You were getting like higher end regular car power.
Like the sports package of like
Yeah.
badass like.
Like in 2008, you could pick up a Shelby Super Snake for cheaper or around the same price as an LFA, and you had like 150, 200 more horse.
And then not just that, but like the handling,
Yeah.
the traction, and
Yeah.
all these little features that come with it.
But it's like, so that was kind of an issue with the LFA. But like, because they're so exclusive, any tech that's trained on that specific car is like a massive asset for a dealership. Because with cars like that, like the GTR, the LFA, GT500s, actually I don't think they're doing it with the GT500 anymore. But like cars like that, if you don't have training for that car, you can't touch it. You're not allowed to touch it. Like if you work at a Nissan dealership and you're a tech, you could be there 10 years. If you don't have GTR training and a GTR comes in, you cannot touch that car.
Even if it came in and you're like, hey, I've worked on GTRs for whole like 5-10 years. If you don't have the training, you can't.
You can't.
It's crazy.
Like they are so strict about that. You know, I think it was for a while there actually with like when the GTR first came out. I think they were flying techs out.
Just to work on them?
Yeah, because like there was so little of them.
God damn.
Yeah, it was bad.
This is the thing though, like a GTR, they're more common than the LFA.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's a tech for Nissan doing GTRs is most likely going to see a car.
Yeah.
But an LFA, a tech in Houston for an LFA, like how often do you see an LFA?
Yeah, no, you'll never see.
Like my buddy's been working there for a whole year, like I think a year and a half, a year, and he's like, I've never seen an LFA.
Yeah.
And I talked to the tech, and he's like, I haven't seen one for years.
Yeah, a lot of them are like sitting in collectors like warehouses in a bubble.
Which I mean, it's a collector's item.
Yeah.
It really is a collector's item.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I would drive it. It's one of the
Especially
best.
the noise.
One has one of the best sounding exhausts. Like, it's crazy.
The only time I heard one was like in Cars and Coffee. It was like a year and a half ago or something like that.
Mhm.
I really don't know. It was way back then. They did that special event, something supercars or whatever. I just
Yeah.
heard this. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, this is a
Like-
10-cylinder engine.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
When they first announced that car, like I was following every announcement with that car. It was like, oh, Lexus is doing this wicked sweet car. Oh my god, like it's gonna be 10 cylinders. Like it's gonna have this amazing exhaust. Like it's gonna be styled so badass. I was like, I need to know everything. Like it was like I need to know every step of the way.
It take like 5 to 6 years to actually release it.
Yeah.
I know I saw the video and never seen that's what killed it because it had all these features that they were new to the car scene of any company.
Yeah.
Except that by the time they released it, every other company got picked up on that technology.
And it was now old.
And it was just like, oh, it's just a basic car.
Yeah.
I got what was the one thing that really like blew off? Oh, the projector screen, I think it was. No, it was one thing that really was like, the LFA has this, and every
Yeah.
car was like, damn, that is really cool. And then 2-3 years later, I think Ford picked it up and they killed it.
I am not sure.
It's a couple features that really worked out on their favor.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'll probably just link the video for the owner meeting on the description. That way they can go look at it.
Yeah. Because they did a really in depth on like that car. That was a great
The
video.
cars they bring in that show are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, speaking
Ryan
of
Turf?
no.
Oh,
So if you've watched Hyperdrive,
I know.
you have not.
I
Okay.
need to.
So there's a guy, Aaron Parker.
I've
driving.
seen this car.
Okay. So I messed up at Formula Drift this weekend. So me and my fiance were walking around, poking around, and we're standing next to the entrance to the grandstands in this truck. Like a little pickup truck with a bunch of tires in the back and like 2 dudes sitting on the back of it, right? They're going, and like one of the tires falls out of the truck, so they tell them to stop, and the two guys in the back jump out and they grab the tire, and as they're putting the tire back in, I make eye contact with one of the guys, and I think I know that guy. He looks familiar. Like, but they're wearing like the shirts for like Odi Bakshis.
What?
For Odi Bakshis, the pro drift driver.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, that dude looks so familiar. Like, who is he? And like, I make eye contact with him, and we do like a head nod thing. And they get like 10 feet down the road, and it clicks. It's Aaron Parker. Aaron Parker.
Okay, you're a fanboy.
And I was like 10 feet from this dude. And I was like, ah!
That dude's actually inspiring me to do my type of work for the car.
Yeah, like,
Fucking crazy.
yeah, he was like, he
I
seemed
think
like,
it's all OEM parts from Mazda.
yeah. So there's a dude back home, this dude Derek. He finds rare parts for his RX-7. So he has a red RX-7, thing's pristine. He got like this crazy thing, didn't even know it existed. It's a toolbox that goes where your spare tire usually is. Carbon fiber, it's from feed. Didn't even know it existed, and he like posted a picture of it. He's like, "Oh, dude, I got this wicked rare feed carbon fiber toolbox. It goes like in the trunk. You'll never see this thing, unless he pops the trunk, lifts up the carpet, and shows you." And it's like, what?
First of all, carbon fiber, that's like basically it.
Yeah, and then like Mazda did a limited release on these floor mats. They're like cherry blossom floor mats for the RX-7s. Really hard to find, really rare. This dude has two sets of them because one's a little more worn than the other.
What?
Yeah, yeah. He found them and he's like, I need these. And then he found the other set. He's like, yeah, just in case.
Just in case.
I was like, it's amazing.
Damn. That is, I consider that an investment though.
Yeah. Oh, like his RX-7 is beautiful.
Like those type of cars aren't even, like some people are like, oh, you're just throwing money away for your car.
Yeah.
Thing is, if you have these rare limited edition things you won't even find,
Yeah.
anyone that knows about it and is trying to look for it will
Yeah.
pay like top dollar just to have it. And
Oh, yeah.
you'll get your money back, if not more money.
Yeah, like his car, honestly, with all the parts, all the rare parts that he has, like the things that even aren't on the car, he could sell that thing for like 40, 45, 50 grand.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. Like he's been finding like the rarest parts.
So how does he do that? Just hits up people or just knows people?
So like his friends knows he likes rare parts, and he has friends in like Australia. I think he has a friend in like Japan, and like they'll keep an eye out for him. And whenever they see something, they'll send him the link for it, or they'll send him pictures of it. And he'll either be like, nah, or he'll be like, get that right now.
Okay. I was gonna say, yeah, if you got friends like in Australia and in Japan
Yeah.
that like where all these other cars really were at, then
Yeah, like, because they know he loves like rare Mazda parts, and like, it's a beautiful car. Like, it's a funny thing. First time I saw his car, wasn't even at a meet. I was trading Hot Wheels with him. I met him at his house. Cause my buddy Jake was
really
like,
Hot Wheels.
yeah, yeah, cause I had that HKS R32 GTR that everyone was searching for a while, and he had oh god, it was the Tokyo Police Ken Marie Skyline.
Oh sure.
Yeah, so it was like we both wanted the other. I was like, let's do it, straight.
How do you do that? You just find on Facebook someone's trading Hot Wheels, or
Well, so my buddy Jake, who's big into the car scene in Rhode Island, he used to have a Vert S13 with a 1JZ with a Rocket Bunny kit. Thing was highlighter yellow. Stood by for 10 minutes, got a sunburn. Legitimately. He's like, I know you got into Hot Wheels, like doing a bit of collecting when it comes to like Skylines and like old Nissan Hot Wheels. And he's like, my buddy Derek collects them too. I was like, oh, I'll hit him up on Instagram. And I get on his Instagram and he has this gorgeous RX-7. I was like, what is this? This is crazy. And like, so I hit him up like, yo, do you have this one? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I got that one. He's like, you have this one? I was like, yes. He's like, all right, come over to my house real quick. And I was like, okay.
do you have them like in the box, or it's just like just the car itself?
No, it's still in the container, like in the
Damn,
box.
that's just crazy.
Yeah, like
Have you ever attempted to open it?
No.
I would be tempted to open it just to be like.
If I were to get like a duplicate or something, maybe. But like if I don't have a duplicate of it, I'm not opening that thing. But like, I do want to track down an R32 duplicate of one that I have. That way I can paint it and set it up like customize the Hot Wheels.
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking
Yeah.
about. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be like pretty dope. But
Like we gotta speak about, because you've been saying back home or Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta let everyone know you are not from Houston, right?
No, yeah, I moved down here specifically for school because Samtech, the guy that's running the EFI course, the guy that teaches it, he's originally from Hennessy. He was the dude that tuned the Venom GT.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, and like they still hit him up sometimes for help,
Yeah.
like on little R&D projects, and like this dude's smart. Like it's ridiculous. Like we could sit there and be like, yo, so it's this engine, it's got these mods, like, what would you say? Like, you don't even ask cams, you ask valve events. Like, at what degree for each valve event. And he'll just rattle them off, like, this. And I'm like, oh, okay, alright, yeah.
He doesn't even have to go in there and tinker with stuff. They
Yeah.
just tell you the exact number.
Yeah. He'd be like, I put it there. Like, this dude's like so experienced. Like, it's ridiculous.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, how would, my question is, I really want to know how the car community here is everyone's starting to say, oh, it's going to shit, it's not fun anymore, all you get is a bunch of people doing like burnouts and donuts in the middle of the intersection. How is like the car scene in Rhode Island? Because I know it's a lot of like drifting is bigger over there than here.
Yeah, there's a lot of grassroots drifting in Rhode Island. Like the Rhode Island, Connecticut, like all that whole New England area is a lot of grassroots. Like it's great. Like if you're learning or like you just want to have fun, great area.
How's the car scene? Like
The car
so like people coming are people coming out?
Yeah, so like
Chill meet?
it's grown like exponentially over the past few years. Like it's getting really good. Like the quality of cars is awesome. Like you don't see as many of the higher end cars that you do down here. But like people are really stepping up. Like that dude like Derek, his RX-7, beautiful. Like you'll get like really nice NSXs, like
The Duramax people?
yeah, so they'll be like, and like you'll be on the highway and you'll be like more towards like the right side of the highway, cause you know, left lanes for passing and going fast.
Apparently. But
Yeah.
you know, no one knows.
No one does that. But like, you'll have these big trucks and they'll be like, yo, like you'll be on the right side of the highway and you're like, yo, get out of my way, come on. And they'll be like, right on your bumper. It's like, yo, take your big ass truck to the left side of the highway. Go to the passing lanes. Pass over there. Like if you want to be aggressive about it, go be aggressive in the other lane.
Or another thing, you see the guy coming like super fast.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I'm gonna move to the right side because I'm slower.
Yeah.
No, like they can move to the left side. No, they're coming from a mile away. You move to the right, let the faster traffic come around you. Now they come right behind you, as in like there's 3 other lanes open.
Yeah.
No, but they're like right there, and they're like, oh, you know.
They want to be in that lane.
Yep.
It's
And
their lane.
It just sucks. Is like they're like right in your like ass. I'm like, dude, I'm moving away from you. But no, they're like asses about it.
Yeah.
Most of the people I work with have big trucks, and they're always like, these stupid little cars get in the way, this and that. I'm like, bro, I know we're in Texas. Big trucks, you know, are the king here, but
Yeah.
like, come on, man, like, why you gotta be an asshole about
Yeah,
it? Right?
you don't gotta be doing no 90 on the highway in your huge ass truck, like trying to mow down like the Kia Rio you just forced to move 2 lanes over, cause your fat ass wants to go.
You know what's funny? When I used to work, I used to be a driver back at the construction company. I used to drive these 350s all the time, with
Yeah.
like these 24-foot long trailers. I was that asshole.
Yeah,
But the thing was, I was that asshole when they decided to not let me go through.
yeah,
You'll be on the lane saying, hey, I'm trying to make a right and get off of here 2 miles before the exit.
yeah.
And they're just passing by, not letting me through.
Yeah, like you'll have your blinker on for like a while and everyone's just going and going and going. It's like for real?
Yeah.
Is everyone blind?
And even if you're like kind of slightly like doing, you know, it's not a big truck compared to like an 18-wheeler, but
Yeah.
you still take a pretty big chunk of lane. And you're kind of like moving to the right a little bit, as in like, hey, let me through.
Yeah,
I'm about to
and
go
they'll
through.
move a little to the right.
No, not even that. Then they'll look at you like, hey, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
watch where you're going. I'm like, dude, you're like half a mile away.
Yeah.
You see me try to get through. why don't you just slowly, slow a little bit, let me get through, and then you can go on the left side.
Yeah.
Nah. So I was that kind of guy that was just like, "Ah, fuck y'all, I'm
Yeah.
going through it." Like, you really think you're gonna damage this truck? It's like the only thing that people don't like. Everything behind the cabin, people don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be fucked up. But it's straight up steel metal.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't care if I get damaged. You, on the other hand, you hit me, there's nothing happening to the truck.
Yeah.
Your car's gonna be totaled though.
Like, back in Rhode Island, I used to do like I was pretty aggressive when it came to driving. Like, I drove like bad out of hill. Here, I can't do that. I just can't. Cause like I have to be like stupid defensive about it. Cause like everyone's either can't drive or driving too aggressively.
Why do you think no one drives bikes here?
Yeah, it's crazy. I actually noticed that. I pointed that out to my fiance the other day. I was like, because we were talking about how like aggressive people
Sorry.
drive. No, you. Oh yeah, no, my phone's been like freaking out.
I guess we barely got signal or something.
Oh, but yeah, it's like like I was telling my fiance, I was like, you notice there's like no bikes here, right? She's like, yeah. I was like, because everyone drives like dickheads. You can't drive, so no one wants to ride bikes around here because no one wants to die.
You know what's funny? Every single time, every person I talk to is always like, "There's a bunch of dickheads in Houston," and I'm like, "Wait, you're not the dickhead, and you're not it. Then who is?" Like,
Yeah.
I'm in my mind. I'm like, I wonder if I'm also, because I've done that sometimes, and I feel like the people who are like the assholes on the road are only like assholes for like maybe that one day.
Yeah.
But there's always so many people that every day there's someone new.
Yeah.
That everyone for some reason is, but. Nah, I was like, nah, there's a couple people that are straight up assholes.
Absolutely. Because, like, if I see someone coming up behind me, I'm going to make an effort to move out of their way. Like, if I'm going slower than people behind me, I'm going to move. Like, it's just how it is. Like, it's how it should be. Like, but then there are these people that are like, you have a 4-lane highway, and you have 4 cars going the same speed. And none will move.
We do that sometimes.
It's a wall. And it's like, for the love of God, can someone like just go like 2 miles an hour faster than everyone else and just give me some space? Like, I just want to go. Like, I get it, speed limit is 65, but if you're in the left lane, it's not really 65.
It's meant for passing.
Yeah, it's more like 80 in that lane. It's more like 80.
Okay, I don't know what to say. I'm gonna stay legal and be like, maybe 70.
Yeah.
70 on the 65, you're passing someone. You can maybe get away from the cop being like, hey man, I'm just trying to pass.
Yeah.
80, I don't know about that.
But like on these 4-lane highways, like it's kind of whatever.
Yeah, I mean it really is like either.
But like, and speaking of highways, this grooved highway, whatever they got going on, like that.
That's for the water,
It's
but
a nightmare.
nightmare. If you have tires that are similar thread, size, and like kind of not like just like thread
Yeah.
pattern as those roads.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, you're doing this the whole time.
Yeah. So with the Skyline, because of rear wheel steering, it literally feels like I'm piloting a plane. Like I'm doing this on the highway. Like I'm moving the whole time because like that rear wheel steering is trying to compensate because the car is shifting.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm just doing this. I'm like, alright, am I off the highway yet? Can I get off, please? Where's my exit?
The ramp from 290 to 10, like wherever.
Hmm?
Have you been on that road yet? Like coming in to downtown
It sounds.
to 10.
I think so.
That road, if anyone knows that road, is horrible. Like I barely got any tires,
Hmm?
and that thread is almost the same size as like the separation of that,
Yeah.
where like somehow fits. Dude, that road got sketchy. I used to be able to take it like fine, especially on a turn. And I was like, good. I got on that road and I was like, why do I have to keep moving left or right just to keep my car like straight?
Yeah.
It's like I was like freaking out. I was like, didn't I put the lug nuts on correctly? Like what did I do?
Yeah.
You know, and like it was like that all the time. Until some dude told me, it was like it's just a pattern.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I get it why they're doing it,
Yeah.
but dude, that gets sketchy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that is one thing I'm definitely not a fan of.
Cause I know some, I don't know, there's like some roads like are, like, you know, plain.
Yeah.
Yes, you can hydroplane, you know, but this is why you go under the speed limit while it's raining.
Yeah, if it's pouring out, like you should not be going nuts with it. Like it's really bad. I think.
You can keep up with the speed and you'll be fine,
Yeah.
but when you have to stop, that's when you're done.
Yeah.
It's like you're entering like a certain death zone where you're like, I know I'm gonna die, but I gotta keep this speed or else I'll die. You know, but you can't keep that speed if someone cuts in front of you, and then you're just dead.
Yeah.
So but yeah, that thread thing is just fucking crazy.
Yeah. No, it's terrible. It's so bad.
This will end it there, man, before it gets too long. But thanks for coming out, man. You know,
Oh, yeah.
thanks for being the first guest. Pretty interesting thing you got going on with the Mazda.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I hope you bring down to Houston before you leave.
I hope so. Cause like it's nice down here, and I can definitely like cut loose a little more down here than I can out there.
Yeah, definitely. So shit, man. Thanks for coming out.
Oh yeah.
So, but if anyone's interested in coming out to our podcast, you know, just hit us up. We have a couple people lined up too already that already know when to come. It's just simple. Hey, man, just be in the podcast. I don't care who you are. Just hit us up, you know, anytime. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you guys on the next one.